Today, we are going to be reviewing the cheapest flute on Amazon. I'm kind of excited about this one because this is my fourth instrument so far, and now finally hit sub $50. This was $49.99. This might be the one time that I say under $50, and I just keep repeating it over and over because that penny makes all the difference. This was a rare one because I didn't actually need to buy a flute. I have enough flutes to cover my students. This one was for you guys. This was for the channel. This flute is so cheap, it's almost replaceable. Clarinet players go out and buy new reeds, and flute players just go out and buy a new flute every time they need to repair it. Who knows? So I've got the flute right over here. We're going to unbox it. We're gonna check out the case, and we are going to open her up, put it together. We're gonna try it, and we're gonna stack it up against a couple other instruments. I'm gonna grab my wife, not today, because she is sleeping, and I'm going to let her sleep this time. So I'm gonna do a multi-day recording for the first time in my life. But we are going to do some blind tests. It's gonna be all the usual things for this channel, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's get this ball rolling, right? Let's get the flute blowing.
Hey, join the band.
Let's go grab the box. Yay! All right. So you see, this is the old Cecilio brand. Cecilio makes a lot of cheap instruments, and they make a lot of the cheapest instruments on Amazon. The trumpet that I got was a pretty usable trumpet. I still use it. It still works fine. If this flute stands up to that trumpet, it's gonna be an okay flute. Now, I believe that because of the way that flutes are made, I think this flute actually has a better chance of being better than the trumpet, and this is under $50. But let's not count our chickens before they hatch. So how should I open it? Here's the part of the video that speeds up and goes doom 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 doom. Yay. I lost something. Oh, I almost threw the box away in my typical throw the box away fashion, but this part was in here. Spoilers. I'm gonna hide this up front so you can't see it. Oh. Get out of here. Ba-na-na. All right, here's our flute. Pause. It is time for a call to action. If you haven't done so, please go down and hit that subscribe and like button and leave a comment. It helps a lot. I'm gonna try to keep bringing these reviews to you guys. Got a lot of suggestions about what instruments I should be doing next, but I am still a public band teacher and I only have so much money, so any support that you guys could give helps. The subscribe and the like actually does help quite a bit. Lastly, down in the comments is a link to my Patreon where you can actually go support monetarily. Like I said, I only have so much money, and sadly I'm going to run out of the really cheap instruments to review, but I'd love to keep doing these videos. So any financial support that you guys could do helps a ton. And it doesn't come without its own benefits. I'm constantly adding new things to that Patreon, like bonus content videos. So go check it out. Call to action over. Cecilio, I didn't expect this. It has the same like little front zipper thing on the case, but this is the first time it's been on the rails. When I started it out, that's crazy. For whatever reason, they're just like, yeah, you must have a tiny little zipper pouch in the front of your case. Let's start here. The first thing that we gotta start out with is the gloves. I have my trumpet gloves around here somewhere. We should like compare and contrast. Glove quality. All right. This is the glove from the past one. Right here is the glove from the past one. And this is the glove from this instrument. This is the flute glove. So I'm gonna start with the flute one. Put it on the glove. You've got that sweet, stitching job there. Woo. And here's the other one. I think this is the clarinet glove, but I don't care enough to check. But they're different. Put it over here. This is the Cecilio one. This is the non-Cecilio one. I don't even have my fingers in all the way. There you go. That's the reason you came to this video. So, like and subscribe, and you can just go on, check another video out, because now you know how good the gloves are. $50 gloves, and it comes with a free flute if you really even wanted it. So, the other thing that's in this little pouch is the flute maintenance kit, and it has some stuff in it. So this is the part that you pull through the flute to get the spit out. That's nice. You would want one of those, so it's cool that it comes with it. This is the other piece that comes with it. It's a little cleaning thing. You can clean out the parts with it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get rid of this too. It's trying to hold on for dear life. And then the last thing is, you got your case strap. right? Maybe I'll model for you again and we'll see. Like right here, maybe I'll put like a little model of myself right here after I do it, and you're like, ooh, that looks so nice, that strap, that's good. Maybe I'll buy it now because I know it has a sweet luggage strap on there. Luggage strap? Now we can go into the main thing. I'm not gonna break it, all right? They've got this same little like thing on here to hold it. Like Flute's such a tiny case. Like you think, is your zipper really so bad quality that you're gonna have to put this here? If the zipper doesn't latch, like, hey, maybe put some metal clasps on there and then you don't have to worry about it. Maybe we should test like the weight limit of that little Velcro piece, because you know a student's not gonna zip it. They're just gonna use that little piece of Velcro because they're lazy, because they're students. I love you guys, but you're all lazy. All right, here's what we got. Wow, more accessories. And they couldn't even stick all the accessories in the little side pocket there, so they had to put one on top. So here's another little accessory thing. Hey, that's nice. So this one also comes with a little screwdriver for the little parts there. All right, now we have a cork and tuning slide grease. This is nice. Don't eat this. I almost skipped over this. Let's see what the little pocketbook is about. This is like a flute not in tune. You know, instruction manual. If you've got some problems with your instrument, you might, hopefully not out of the box. Hopefully out of the box they have a little bit of quality control. And then music pocketbook, which is, I don't know what this is. Do they, how to, ooh, that's kind of cool. So this instrument, this comes with like a little method book here, right? Like how to put together your flute. That's nice. Wow, that is not a beginner exercise. So this is the first book that I've gotten with an instrument that has had like some things to do. It's got little exercises in it. How cool is that, right? It's funny, you go to the second page of exercises and it's like that. And it's like, man, some of these are probably too hard for me. I should throw the disclaimer portion of this video. I'm not a flute player. I play the flute just like I can play the trumpet, I can play the trombone, I can play most things. I'm a percussionist, I play percussion. My wife is a much better flute player than me. She played it all growing up through high school, so she can actually play the instrument with some adequacy. Feel free to go down to the comments and roast my playing. I love it, it's great. If I can make this instrument sound good, you know it's probably a pretty good instrument. Get this little pocketbook out of the way. Now the little thing that I squeezed past, this might be a stand. I'm almost scared to pull it out because I don't want to be hurt again. I just want a stand that works. I want a good stand. So we'll try it. It looks like a stand. All right, ooh, that's not a good start. It does the little screw outy thing like the clarinet did with the little leggies, and then you screw it in. Now it's a really cool concept, this thing, but like when I did it with the clarinet, it was wildly wobbly to the point where I wouldn't trust using it. So we'll see, maybe it's okay. It's pretty secure. Like, look how wide these legs are. Maybe we're gonna have a stand for once that's good. Oh yeah, sorry. And then it came with a cleaning rag too. It's a soft rag. I'm gonna have a billion of these soft rags at the end of all these reviews. Jeez Louise. Now we'll get to the flute. So I'll put this off to the side. We'll come back to the stand once we have something to put on it. So here's flute. What should I start with? Let's start with the mouthpiece here, the head joint nomenclature. I'm gonna open her up. It's got like a little cap on it. That's weird. I don't know if I've seen that before. It's not really necessary to put a cap on it. Maybe it just protects it. A head joint cap? Is that a thing, flute players? You can throw down in the comments for me. Is this a thing that flute players do? I don't think I've ever seen it before. This guy. All right, so we're gonna leave that off now, I guess. I'll put this over the corner. I'm gonna lose this thing immediately. Oh, they gave us a little mouse necklace. It's like a little keychain thing. Cecilio. Woo. I should play the mouthpiece first, because if I don't play the mouthpiece and it's bad to me like that clarinet, I'm just gonna be mad right off the start. So, ready? We got noise. You can adjust this little end cap thing, something I learned from mi amor. So this is the head joint here. It's got the hole you put your lip on. It's got this little screw out dealer here, which affects your tuning. And then that's what the inside looks like there. Again. There you go. Head joint. I'll set that off there. We'll go to the body next. The big part. Mama Jamba, which I need to unravel. Again, like I've said with the other instruments, you do not need to put these back in these little bags when you put them away. Don't, please. It's gonna probably make something worse if you do. This is just a travel thing that they do. Here is the little part you can use to affect the tuning. So you stick this guy into here with it unscrewed and you can push or pull that out. There you go. Also, this is the part you will tie, here. You know what? I don't know what that little hole's for. Yeah, so I'm gonna just throw things off the side. That's my jam. So let's look at this part. Before I even play it, it's very shiny. That's nice. I like that a lot. It's gonna look a lot less shiny when I get my grubby fingers all over it. It's got another little end cappy piece here. So I'm gonna just set it over here onto this one and probably promptly lose it. I'm looking through the little springs and things here and we're seeing if they're all connected. It seems to be good to go out of the box, which is what we wanted, because I don't want to have to do a bunch of adjustments out of the box, because you shouldn't have to. Let's get a little close up here. So I'll show you the parts. That's what we're looking like. You can see the insides underneath the pads. Pads all look pretty good. They seem to be, you know, seated fine. All of the things are moving and coming back up like they're supposed to. Mandini, you're spoiling me here. Give me something to work with. So it makes beautiful, beautiful noises. That's what it sounds like. I like making noises, it's fun. That's the percussion. See, I told you I play percussion. Silly. Okay, and now we get to the bottom part, which is called the, I'm gonna edit this part out and make myself look really smart. Oh, don't tell me you don't have it. Cecilio, you're making me look dumb here. Obviously, as a great, fantastic band director, I know all of these things, right? Like, I know what all of the instrument parts are called of every instrument, obviously, you know, but they should have put it in here too. I'm not gonna pull it up on my phone and look up the parts of a flute, because I'm a smart band director who knows all this stuff. Why would I do that? It's the foot joint. So there you go. There's your cheat sheet. Boom. Yeah. I was right. There's the head joint. There's the body, which I think I said. All right, now we're gonna pull out our foot joint, which I knew the name of first time. I didn't have to look it up. It's the foot joint, obviously. All right, here, let's get rid of these now. I never get it all the way off. So here's our foot joint. We got only like 3 little moving pieces here, and they all seem fine. I should look at them first before I just say that, huh? And they all look fine. Let's start to get this thing going here, right? Push the case over to the side, let it be in moral support as we now try to put it together. There we go. Perfect. Don't rewind and look, it was perfect. Same thing here. Okay, and now we're done with the cork grease for now. Okay, from now, don't put it in like that. Flip it around, and now this piece goes into here. When you put them in like this, you gotta twist as you push them on. Don't ever just shove them straight in, okay? So that went in nice, that was good, I like that. The end, the foot joint, was not quite as easy to put on. It was a little tighter fit. All right, so now the most important thing about your flute is to make sure that if it comes with a stand, you test it out right away, because if the stand stinks, you should probably just send that dang thing back, because the stand's a good stand. So, oh, not bad. Not bad, Cecilio. Look at that. Yes, sir, that's good, man. Good stand. I'm gonna leave this out. I'm probably gonna use it for my other flutes later on in the video. First looks here. I already know I can get a noise on the mouthpiece. That's great. Now let's see if we can get a noise through the flutes. That is a flute pitch. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We are sailing through this, right? This is great. $49. I'll see if I can actually make some noise. Before we start, I'm gonna get all band directory on you for a second. If you are just starting the flute, method books tell you to put your thumb right here, okay? I'm gonna use my vast YouTube soapbox here to make the change that I wanna see in the world. And I think that it is better to put your thumb here for all your pitches, okay? Except B natural, but you never played B natural for like years. I mean, that's not true. So what I'm suggesting is that for B flat, instead of playing it with these 2 fingers and the pinky, with both pointers, I'm gonna tell you to raise your right hand pointer and use that thumb instead. Because I think it makes a lot of the other fingerings a lot more simple, right? You can go B flat, A, G, F. I'll get off my soapbox. You can play it however you want, but I wish method books would actually teach both ways. Typically, they're only teaching this way as if it's gospel, and I don't think it's as good. So there you go. Soapbox over. Now, let's get to it. So I'm gonna start out with my B flat. I'm gonna be playing it with this finger up, and you just get to chill because that's how I'm gonna do it. Sounds like a B flat to me. Now, the pitch that I'm most worried about, like my test of approval, is going to be, can I play the low C? I'm not good enough to fake through a bad instrument and play that pitch. So I know if I can't play the low C, there's probably something wrong with the instrument. So here we go. That is a good low C. Man, that's good. Let's see if I can get it cold right off the bat. Not bad. That's a good start, Cecilio. Nice work. And you can play a B flat scale. Woo! You're hitting all the important things for a first year student. Yeah, okay, so I can get the B natural. The other thing I've noticed, it's just me. It's just me. All right, so I brought down my wife, Jenna. She can actually play the flute a little bit better than I can. So thank you for coming down here. She is going to be using her flute first, just to show you what a typical Selmer flute is like. Hers is a little bit different than the flute we have in that this is actually an open hold flute, which I never use, but she's good enough to actually play one. Oh, for 1,000 tongues to sing. Let's do the blind test now. So I've got here my Palatino. We bought it used like way back in the day. I don't even know what it is. We're going to compare it to the Cheapo Flute that we've been playing here, blind test style. All right, so you gotta hand me one of them. You take it for granted, your eyes. All right, so because of how easy the low C came out, I think this is the cheap one because I don't think my flute is as good as this one, to be frankly honest. Yeah, I think this is the cheap one. So hand me the other one. We'll see if I change my mind. Oop, okay. Man, I take it back almost. That worked pretty good too. That's like a full, nice sound. Okay, give me the other one again. I'm like so unconfident. I really don't know which is which. They feel like the same. They sound the same to me. I have no idea. I have no idea. Well, I'm gonna just, I guess I'll just, we'll whichever one comes out the low C. I'm gonna call this the cheap one because I think the low C on the cheap one was better, but I don't know. We'll see. This one felt a little easier to me.
Pull up your leg.
Yeah, there you go. This was the cheaper one because the low C came out a little bit better. But seriously, they felt totally the same. That was me. Now I'm blind. Your turn. This would have been a better test with like a $5,000 flute, but I don't have a $5,000 flute. So hit up that Patreon and help me out, and I'll give you some more high quality reviews. Well, first thoughts, what do you think? How's it playing?
It's the low range that I'm like, it's, the pitch is just a bit,
oh, okay.
Anyway, so. Your head joints, your foot joints are always out of place. Yeah, that's like the note no one plays ever. All right, work it back down. Okay.
Okay.
I think this is your flute.
Okay.
I like the tone better in some parts on this flute,
Okay. That's not a
But it's-
fantastic flute either.
but it's hard to play at the lower end.
Okay.
So I think this is your flute. I think the first one was the new flute.
Okay.
So,
All right. Lose the blindfold.
yeah.
Yeah, we were both right.
Yeah.
Both reasonings were that the new flute actually played better on the low end than mine does. Maybe my pads aren't all fantastic on this and they're not all covering so that low end doesn't come out as easily because the pads are just not as good. There's the pads on my flute. Ooh, fancy. It should be in pretty good repair, but the new flute I think out low ends it a little bit. If I closed my eyes and did a blind test, I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference between the tone quality of either, especially when I'm playing it.
Can we play the like low C together?
This is the cheap low C versus her Selmer open whole flute low C.
It might even be easier to play it on that.
It is. I mean,
But
here,
I mean-
trade me. Let's see if it's me. And maybe I'm better at the flute than her.
My flute hasn't been played for 20, like the pad's like 20 years old, so
Yeah,
give
here.
it some.
Yeah, these pads, her pads look pretty old. Okay, go ahead. Oh, that's harder.
Yeah, it's hard.
Your flute's nice, but the open hole thing and then the keys are more spread out, and that's just weird to me. Yeah.
Open hold flutes for 10-year-olds in 5th grade band are like the worst, and then I got used to it.
Here, let's play a duet. I'm gonna be playing the cheapo instrument. She's gonna be playing her instrument. I'm on the low end, and we'll see if we can make some music. This is a terrible key signature for me, and I'm not good at the flute. Ready, 1, 2. Nope, gotta try that again.
Okay.
Okay, we changed it. I failed the first time, so I'm gonna try the top part. We'll see what happens.
1, 2.
All right, wanna trade parts?
Yeah.
Let's try trade parts.
1, 2.
Nope, I was looking at the wrong line.
1, 2.
Okay. Here's the chromatic scale by someone who can actually play it.
That's not good.
What's going on?
You know, it's not going up the full pitch.
Oh, you're right. So here's what we found doing our chromatic here. This is the cheapo flute again, the Sicilio. But when you're moving the thumb from the B flat to the B natural, it is sticking really bad. So it's not going to that B natural like it should. I want to fix it because I want to end this video and be like, get it, because it's cheap. Okay, I fixed it. Now when I play my B flat to B natural, it works fantastic. So what did I have to do that? Well, I had to take this guy here and I had to loosen it. You can see that? It's like a little bit looser there on the top. Now that I fixed it, when I push this to that, this pops up just like it should. It's beautiful. So now that I fixed it, I can say that it works better than my flute, which is great. For $49, you can get an instrument that will work very well if you can deal with any tiny little shortcomings that may come from it. Let's say that I'm a student and I'm buying this instrument, or a parent that's buying it for their student, and it turns out that there's something like this wrong with it and you can't fix it, just send it back. If I wasn't the smart band director guy who could spend the last 20 minutes running through all of the things on this flute that could be getting it problems and fixing it, I would just send it back. But I'm actually very thankful because this is now going to be my go-to flute. I'm not going to be grabbing this one when I need to play something anymore because it's not as good. This one plays better, easier, nicer now that I fixed the one issue that I had. If you guys enjoy these instrument reviews and want to keep seeing them, check out that Patreon and go show your support. I'm going to hit a stopping point where I can afford all of these instruments. Thankfully, $49 instruments are pretty easy to afford, but I've had a lot of suggestions in the comments of like, do the cheapest baritone, or do the cheapest bassoon or oboe. Those instruments are pretty expensive, even the cheap ones. So any support you guys could give on Patreon would be huge. So end of the day, do I recommend this for your student, for you? Yeah, I do. I mean, it's 49 bucks. That's like dinner and a movie for two. I wouldn't recommend it if it didn't actually sound good, but everything I played on it sounded great. I had one tiny issue and I fixed it in about 20 minutes of like finagling, and now it works fantastic. It works better than my old flute. It probably works better than my wife's flute. Hers might be a higher quality instrument, but you know what? To play up to this one, hers needs to get repadded and probably like cleaned up and repaired. That's gonna cost more than 50 bucks. So, Cecilio Flute, $49.99 on Amazon.com. It's a pretty darn good instrument. It sounds good. I mean, I recommend it. I'm a band director. I'm probably gonna get flack from other band directors from doing it. I don't know if it could be repaired. I don't really care. Just buy another one. It's $49.99. That's really cheap. No. And better yet, for $49.99, you get a stand that works,